Günther Steiner shockingly left the Haas Formula 1 team, which he had led since it entered the sport, because of its special setup, having technical affiliations with both Ferrari and Dallara, which means it has to design and create fewer parts than any other team on the grid. And its founding, Steiner played a pivotal role in the development of Haas F1. But now, as he is being replaced in the team, what does the future hold for Günther Steiner, and what were the reasons for him getting fired so abruptly? Stick around and find out. Steiner was in charge of Haas during its successful rookie season in 2016, which included highs and lows as the team finished 6th in its first race and overall 8th in the Constructors' Championship. Haas had a dismal 2021 season, secured their first ever pole position at Interlagos in 2022, and most recently, a great qualifying in 2023, but with a high tyre degradation weakness that saw them finish bottom of the Constructors' Championship for just the second time in their 8-year F1 history. However, Ayao Komatsu, a former trackside engineering director who served under Steiner from the team's founding, has now taken over for Steiner. Prior to Haas, Komatsu had extensive expertise in Formula 1, having held engineering positions at Renault and BR. Komatsu's engineering knowledge was a key factor in his appointment, according to CEO Gene Haas. Following in the footsteps of recent engineers turned team heads Andrea Stella for the McLaren team and James Vowles in Williams, this will be Komatsu's first experience as team principal. Additionally, Haas announced that it will name a chief operating officer with a European base to manage all non-competition matters and departments. This individual will work out of Haas's Banbury facility, which used to house the Marussia F1 team. The unexpected departure of Günther Steiner from Haas raises significant concerns about the team's chances and future in Formula 1. Though the team is named after its owner, Gene Haas, it is nearly impossible to picture Haas without Steiner, as this was truly Steiner F1 in all but name. He prevented the team from going extinct during the COVID-19 pandemic, made the oddest team configuration in Formula 1 history feasible, and emerged as a surprise star of Netflix's Drive to Survive series. Even while virtually everyone is surprised by the news, it's not entirely unexpected considering Steiner's significance to the team, his ongoing presence there, and the fact that he was the third longest serving team manager in Formula 1. Dissatisfaction has been simmering for a while, and things have been building up behind the scenes. Some expressed dissatisfaction with the way Haas was managed at the top, namely with Gene Haas, who seems to have lost interest in his own Formula 1 team and refused to make major additional investments. With a small UK base in Banbury, a technical centre in Maranello, where Haas has a crucial partnership with Ferrari, and an excellent but rarely used headquarters in the United States, Steiner and Haas disagreed on the team's potential in its current configuration. So basically, Steiner thinks that the team is moving in an upward trajectory, slowly but surely improving its performance, and needs a steady cash flow into the team as investment to make sure it sustains its improving success. Whereas the team's owner, Gene Haas, thinks the complete opposite. As per him, the team has not achieved any major success along the years and thinks the team doesn't need any more resources or investment in the infrastructure to be more competitive. This difference of future vision for the team is said to be the reason as to why Günther Steiner was sacked from the team and Ayao Komatsu was promoted to replace his position. How far apart the parties are is hinted at even in the official statement released by Haas F1 Team on its social media accounts. More productivity, utilizing the team's potential, and Haas's purported ambition to compete adequately in Formula 1 are all emphasized in it. Komatsu contends that the team can accomplish greater outcomes as is, and that the components already in place only require stronger leadership and restructuring. If that's to be taken at face value, then the implication is Komatsu told Gene Haas exactly what he wanted to hear, and that's why he now has Steiner's job. Regardless of Komatsu's true belief that Haas is ultimately less than the sum of his parts, and can therefore improve simply via his leadership, there is still reason to be concerned about Gene Haas's conception of his F1 team, his goals for it, and the implications this has for the team's actual performance. You see, Gene has not been interested lately in the improvement of the team, and is not going all in to make Haas a competitive F1 team, He just wants the team to be ran for the sole purpose of promoting its Haas automation brand, which was the reason he set up the team in the first place. So while Steiner wanted the team to be competitive and make huge financial investments for that reason, this was not what Gene wanted to hear. Probably around late 2023, there seemed to have been talks between Komatsu and Gene, whereby Komatsu told the team owner exactly what he needed to hear. That is, running the team as it is without any further money being invested in or any effort. With the F1 cost cap in place, a better prize money distribution for the bottom performing teams than in the past, and a number of solid partners, Steiner, ironically, was crucial in getting them on board. Haas's F1 team doesn't need to accomplish much to get by, and in the end, justify the owner's investment. But I would say that's a pity excuse for a team to exist in this elite sport. The 10 teams on the grid in Formula 1 are all eyeing to be the most competitive team as they can be, and that includes the likes of Williams, AlphaTauri, and Sauber as well. While these so-called backmarker teams have not improved in years, they still give their best to be at the top spot. Take, for example, AlphaTauri, who recently claimed that they will be working closely with Red Bull Racing, their sister team, to become more competitive in this season and fight with the likes of Aston Martin, McLaren, and probably Mercedes too. This just shows the commitment from the team to grow in the ever-evolving world of Formula 1. Haas, on the other hand, just wants to exist for the sake of money that it gets and the brand promotion for its parent company. While from a businessman's perspective, this is a good deal, from a fan's point of view, it's kind of disrespecting the sport's true essence, which I think was Steiner pushing for. He wanted the team to not just be at the back of the grid every race, he wanted his drivers to stand on top of that podium in at least a few of the races. Ultimately, he had to pay the price for his decisions. Ayao Komatsu, a Japanese engineer, has taken over as Haas's team manager, succeeding the long-serving and unique Günther Steiner, an engineer and mechanic himself, before assuming leadership roles in Formula 1. In 2003, Komatsu made his Formula 1 debut. After relocating to England for his studies, he attended Loughborough University and signed on with BR, the Brackley-based team that later evolved into Mercedes, but was, at the time, Honda's only F1 engine partner and customer. Before being elevated to head racing engineer, Komatsu worked for 10 years as a race engineer for both Romain Grosjean and Vitaly Petrov during his time at Renault, which later became Lotus. Under Komatsu's tutelage, Petrov and Grosjean both finished on the podium, but victory eluded them. As Renault took over the Enstone business once more at the beginning of 2016, Grosjean moved to the newly established Haas team, and Komatsu did the same, taking on the role of head of trackside operations for the team. Now he is being promoted to the role of team principal going into the 2024 season. It appears like Gene Haas miscalculated the issue if Steiner is correct. This year will put Haas's belief that his current investment isn't being maximized to the test. It really comes down to this: Gene or Günther, who was correct, and whether anything will alter if Gene finds out that his faith in his team's current potential is misguided. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon to never miss another upload from us. Till then, keep on racing.